Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's Work in Progress Wednesday, we're going to be making WCW Cruiserweight Psychosis. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back. Like I said, today I'm making WCW's Psychosis, and I did make a version of him from when he was in WWE as part of the Mexicools, because I had that Jack's head sculpt, and it was fine to add Psychosis, but it's not the Psychosis that I think of. And I got this sculpt from Tom Veg quite a while ago, and it's just another one that is very intimidating. So I have not gotten around to doing it. I've wanted to fill a lot of WCW cruiserweights in my collection. Juventud Guerrera, obviously, like Rey Mysterio, that whole division. There's a lot of guys that I still don't have head sculpts or parts or things for. Super Kahlo, Prince Iaukea. Trying to think of some guys like Billy Kidman's in there. Dean Malenko, Chavo, Eddie, like they're just such a big range of cruiserweights that I intend to add to the collection, but these are kind of like my big ones, like Juvi, Jushin Liger, Ultimo Dragon, Psychosis. I gotta get those guys. So today we have Psychosis, and for the most part, we've got a Hurricane body. I'm gonna use Hurricane with some Seth Rollins arms, and then these legs, lower legs are from, or calves, whatever, are from a Bobby the Brain Heenan Elite, and then the boots are I think they're the Kevin Owens kick pads. Decal wise, it's gonna be this red, white, and green attire from, I think it's WCW Sold Out. Can't remember what, like 99 maybe. Can't remember. But I've seen a lot of people do his like a silver and purple attire, which is really cool. And then like 3XR has done a black and white attire, so I wanted to find something different, and this was something that Curb Stomp had on his website. So gonna be sanding down everything here so that the white is not rubbing off, and then honestly, after I sand everything, I'm just gonna have to paint it white and let it dry and sit and be patient. And then after that, we're gonna do decals and everything. And then he did kind of have like some shoulder pads, so I don't know if I'm gonna sculpt them with clay or if I'm going to, I think I'm gonna use like some foam that I have so that they're a little flexible, but I'm gonna kind of just mess around with things and see how that goes. So let's get to Psychosis. Alright, time to get started here with Psychosis. So, gonna be painting all of these parts separately, then I'm gonna seal them with my matte sealer. So, painting everything white, obviously that's the attire that we are working on, and then I will seal it all up, and I'll let it sit. I don't just seal it and then go right back in. I'll let it sit. It dries pretty quickly, but it's easy to smudge or smear and stuff like that. So, I'll typically let it sit overnight, and if I have other stuff to work on, I'll go ahead and do that and let things sit for quite a while before I get it back around to it. Painted the whole mask here white as well, and then came back in with the skin tone, and then I'm going to use my sculpting tool here for the real small details. So that makes life a lot easier just because it's got like a sharp end. I get it, you can get it at a lot of places. It comes in most basic sculpting packs, and you can get those for like $10. So I use that here, and it's already molded on there too, so I'm just following the lines. But a good head sculpt by Head Gimmicks here makes the job a lot easier. The red I don't think was in the reference pictures, but I'm going to add that in here because I want to make it pop a little bit more instead of just having green and white. And it goes with the rest of the scheme, so going to add that green there, which I think that is more accurate. I don't know even if the exact deco is correct, but it's going to be close enough for me. I'm going to be happy with it. I want to do customs well. They don't always have to be 100% perfectly accurate. I can survive. So the hair, obviously, that's an easy one. We're just painting it black. I do have like a brownish black Vallejo that looks, it's kind of just a little like a hair different than the normal black. which I was thinking that's what I was using, but now it slips my mind. Decals, real easy. Didn't have to do a lot with those. They applied real easy. They're clear ones. They just go straight on the white. But then once we get to the end here, I've got some extras that I added to my Psychosis besides the decals and everything to really make it pop. Alright, here we are with my finished Psychosis, and I can just tell you right now, when I do my top 60, I think that's what I've done, my top 60 customs of 2025, Psychosis is absolutely going to be on there, and I'll be shocked if I don't place him in my top 10. I am so happy with how this turned out. Do need to touch up, looks like I smudged some black on the leg there, or smudged some of the white there. I think this looks so fun. This turned out, honestly, it turned out even better than I had kind of thought. The white paint and everything was just spray painted primer, and then the decals were pretty simple. The fun part of it for me was painting up the head. I think that the mask sculpt looks really nice, and it's not the like the perfectly accurate look for that. I kind of took some liberty with it just to make it look a little bit different. Pretty sure like his face just looked like the face part of the mask just looked a little bit different, and I don't think it had like red on it. It was kind of hard to get good reference pictures, but most of the Psychosis figures I've seen have been the like black and white look. I know that's another of the decals that Curbstomp has on his website, so I wanted to change it up a little bit. But then I was really excited about the wrist gauntlets and the shoulder pads here. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do. They did come with decals, which I do have on the gauntlets, the red parts there. So I had some crafting foam. It's like 99 cents. I got it at I think I got it at Joann's. You can get it anywhere. Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. It was literally just a 99-cent piece of white foam, like an A4 size piece of paper. So I took that, cut the triangles, and then I wanted it, like the actual shoulder pads, like kind of stuck up more, but I wanted to be able to move the shoulders, and I wanted to be able to move the head without constantly like poking them and messing those up. So I kept them flat to the shoulders there, and since it's a soft foam, you can still kind of move the arm around there. And then I just super glued on both sides. So then I painted it red. I painted the foam red, and then I took some athletic tape, some hockey tape, and then I put that on top of the red and painted those green, because he kind of had like a double shoulder pad thing going on, but I didn't think that would look very good trying to figure that out on the actual figure. So as far as like moving it around, everything, I just thought this would be the way to go. And then I used that same white foam for the wrist gauntlet. So I took some of my tape, I put it around the wrist, and then I drew like where I wanted the gauntlet to be, took the tape back off, and then just traced that onto the white foam, and I was really happy with that. I'm just now realizing, so he did wear like some black gloves, and then the white gauntlet kind of like covered over his hands. So I will come back and do that. I forgot I was gonna do that in the midst of kind of wrapping up a few different things here, but all in all, I am really, really happy with that. The decals were pretty simple. They're clear decals, and those are always a little bit easier to apply, but this is also, I think it's a really nice head sculpt from Head Gimmicks, and it's Psychosis. You can do a lot of different things with him. He's got a lot of really cool looks, a lot of very extravagant looks with his attires, so I'm glad I was finally able to add him to the collection. I have a lot of guys to add to the WCW Cruiserweight section here. I've shown my sculpt for Super Kahlo. I'm going to make Jushin Liger, which isn't necessarily just WCW. Obviously, he's been around a long time, but I'm going to be making him. Might end up making another Ultimo Dragon. I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of have to see, go down that Cruiserweight list. But love to hear your guys' opinion on Psychosis here. I've got him in WCW and a WWE look now, so for the time being, that's probably going to be it for my Psychosis. But like I said, a lot of other cruiserweights coming. If you guys stuck around through the end here, I appreciate it. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy more action figures. Figure Dude out.